animals of the internet. Welcome to the Gallant Horde game today. My name is Laura. I'm not your usual DM. I haven't DM'd in a while, but I came back to DM because I haven't killed anyone yet, and I've got to get to it. We are playing, it's not What Does the Groff Say, unlike what I keep singing in my head. It is, What Does the Groff Know? Or What the Groff Knows. And I have many intrepid adventurers with me today. But before we introduce them, I'm going to run through some announcements real quick. Just real quick. Subscriber goal! Every month we do Birds of a Feather, which is where we play like Oops All Clerics or Oops All Druids. I think the two we've got left are Oops All Fighters and Oops All Rangers, possibly. But subscribe because we're awesome, and then you can catch us doing awesome things. We also have a donation goal up and running at the moment where we're trying to replace Adam's rig because it needs it. When we reach our goal, which is at the moment, we need to get about $425 New Zealand, we're going to have an All Familiars game. So you'll get to see like Blue and Umbra and maybe some of the others. I don't know. What else have we got? Wolfenoot season is upon us. We call it the Student Boopin'. They're currently taking the Student Boop. Wolfenoot is not. I know a little bit about it. I don't know a lot about it. I know it's about dogs, and dogs are great. So, but we're currently taking submissions for the 2023 calendar. There is a link that I'm sure somebody will share, who isn't me, because I'm not looking at the Twitch chat right now. Next week, we have our fourth seal, Rose of Brass. Some people are going into the elemental plane of air. It's going to be amazing, and you should definitely tune in to see if they die.
Ooh.
We have a giveaway today. So each game we do an in-character giveaway where an item appears. If you're a member of the Horde, it appears in your hut. If you're not a member of the Horde, well, you should have joined before because you can't join at the moment, but you can join next year. And if you're not a member of the Horde, you can just pick who it goes to. We are working our way through the deck of useful things by... Oh my goodness, who makes it?
Level 1 gamers.
Level 1 gamers.
There we go. Today's amazing item is a trap detecting chicken.
Amazing.
That
is an incredible item.
Like, oh, what?
Wow.
It's a trap
What
detecting
about
chicken.
the origami? I think Eerden needs to get the chicken, right?
Oh, Claudette has an awakened chicken. So
Hella and Eerden would be so happy.
So it either needs to go to Hella or Eerden or Claudette because she has an awakened chicken. But somebody will get it, and it'll be amazing, and it will detect chicken. It's not a trap detecting chicken. It's a chicken.
Do you have an abyssal chicken?
I don't have an abyssal chicken.
Hella does.
I have an awakened
Abby.
chicken named Cecil.
Abby.
We're going to have another giveaway in the middle, and I'm going to let Kat talk about that when we get to the break, because I don't want to talk about it now, because I'll get distracted. So, I'm going to roll a potion of resistance, and while I do that, we're going to do intros. Now, if you're under seeming, can you tell people what your seeming looks like as well? We're going to start with Rob.
Okay, my seeming looks like a human female of the redhead persuasion, and she's sort of big-boned and angry looking.
Yeah, but who are you playing?
Yeah, I'm getting to that. So I'm playing Seriświń. He's a Dragonborn monk rogue rather. Yeah, and that's him.
Alex.
I am Alex, and I'm playing Andie, who is an Eladrin rogue bard, and she has declined seeming. So she just looks like herself.
Kit.
I'm Kit, and I'm playing Briney, who is normally a water Genasi, and she's a paladin. She's going to look like a sea elf.
Nice. Kat.
I'm Kat. I will be playing Arryn, the Aasimar Cleric, and she has declined seeming.
Then we've got Cheryl.
Hello, I'm Cheryl. I'll be playing Eerden, the Archfae Heir Ranger Sorcerer, who will be looking like a light blue for blog. today with her violet eyes.
Nice. And Corey.
I am Corey, and I play Marky, who is normally a now rogue artificer Warforged, but today they are their usual tall elf, I guess, Eladrin with like
I
really
am
fiery
elf.
red hair. Yes, I am elf. I am an elf
Eat and
who does
poop.
elf things. I eat, I shit, I breathe.
This is what elves do.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, today's potion of resistance is acid damage.
Mm.
Could be handy. We're going into a swamp. There are acidy things in swamps.
So, DM, if I'm already resistant, does that give me immunity?
No.
Or is just cut it again in half?
Nope. You just-
Nothing?
Nothing. No.
Save your points, kids.
That was the trouble I used to run into with Zen and necrotic damage. I was like, oh well. Okay, so is there anything that people want to do before we go into the throne room today? You've all been buffed by many people. You're looking shiny.
I don't think
I
there's
think we're just
anything
ready to know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you head into the throne room, and the lady is standing there, and she is dressed in this gorgeous gown that looks like it is made of tree bark and moss, and it's gently moving. She looks at you and says, are you ready?
Not
Just about. We need to know what we're asking, I believe.
Yes. Do you have any other questions before we get to that part?
So, what can you tell us a little bit more about what a Groff is? Like, we've got a vague description that it's a dog-like plant creature.
It is a plant, yes, that looks like a dog. It's the best way of describing it. This one is very, very old. It's guarding a section of a swamp that is Fey-like, but is not actually in the Feywild.
Is it a large area?
It's a large swamp. There are bigger swamps out there. There are smaller swamps out there, but it is a large area. You may have to search a little.
Can we expect? I'm sorry, my lady.
They can sometimes be underwater, so you may have to keep your
We're
eyes open.
prepared for that.
I was going to say you said this is not the Feywild, but it's a Fey-like area. Can we expect Fey creatures besides the Groff?
There is a portal to the Fey where it is, so there may be some.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Just go and see what we see.
Wonderful. The question that I need the answer to is, what are the components of the ritual known as Novum Arcus Triadalis? We're going to be able to remember that?
Novum Arcus Triadalis?
Triadalis.
Dryad. Oh, like a dryad.
Like a dryad.
Triadalis. Okay.
Well, if there's nothing else, and she claps her hands, and do you have water walking?
yes, we all do.
We do.
Wonderful. Then you are standing on top of a swamp. The swamp stretches around you. It's a very sort of mangrove-y style swamp. You can see trees around you. There's lots of insects. It smells very green and mossy.
Smells a whole lot better than the first swamp we ended up in yesterday.
It does smell. So this smells more mangrovey and less
Yep.
poisonous.
Yep. The very air isn't trying to kill me.
Is there any path or opening through the trees or anything like that?
Give me a perception roll.
All right. Get this party started. Oh, that's a nat 20 for 22.
So Briney's fairly used to like watery areas. Swamps maybe not her wheelhouse, but the way the water stretches through all of this land, there's not really any paths through that you can see. There's clearly not a lot of animals travel through this part of the swamp.
Does somebody want to go up and get a overview? I have boots of flying, but if somebody else wants to go look. She just used her best perception, you guys.
I mean, I can't fly, but
Well, with
you could
that
probably
perception,
carry me.
with that
Oh, yeah.
perception, you're very certain that there are no paths here. Like this is
Okay. Right.
wild land. Like it's not that
But
you've
just
missed
to get it-
something.
Yeah.
No,
Get like a
but just
bird's
to
eye
get
view and
like
see if there's
yeah,
anything
bird's eye
further
view.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to go up?
Sure.
All right. Briney's gonna grab Andie. Her 21 strength. I think she could probably do it.
Yeah, for sure. Andie, do you want to give me a perception roll as well? I'm gonna let your nat 20 carry over.
Can do. Mine was also a net 20.
Awesome.
For
You used
27.
them up early.
I mean, Cat's there. They can come and look. But yeah.
So this is a very large swamp, and when you're up high, you notice that it has sort of sections now bordering the swamp. It becomes mangrove, and then it becomes like forest. So you think that might be it. Like you can't see a road at all. You can see that the swamp has sort of sections though. So the area that you're in at the moment is quite mangrovey, and then you can see sort of to the northeast there's a section that's a bit more like mossy. It's got more like mud and land and less water than where you are right now. And then to sort of the north west, it gets more like lake-like. So
Is
more
there
water
anything
to
that
the
looks
west, less to
that
the
looks fey? Or portalish, or because since that's what we have a frame of reference for.
You can't see anything that is like blaring portally, but how familiar is Briney with the Feywild?
I don't think very. Has she been to the Feywild? I don't think so.
Okay.
But
Andie
she knows Artie, and she's from Rumblecusp, so she's got that going for her.
So being
But
from
so I think she's just looking for something more colorful. Would be her frame of reference, I think.
yeah, being from Rumblecusp, you can see that it does sort of branch out from the center into like different areas. So there are parts of Rumblecusp where it goes from being one sort of terrain to immediately another. And this is
Right.
definitely subtler than that, but it is you can definitely tell that difference between the areas.
Okay.
Andie, with your nat 20, you can definitely see like a Fey influence on this. The plants are very green and the water is bright, and the insects are a bit more Fey-like than you would expect.
That was northwest?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm sure Briney's going to be like, you see that, right?
Yep.
All right. So we know which way to go.
What's the
We'll
lighting
fly
like?
down.
Yeah.
It is the afternoon, but it is overcast. And you can see sort of there's rain coming.
Marky does have blind sight. Is what's the fauna situation or creature situation like currently?
There is insects everywhere. There is things moving in the water. You are surrounded by vibrations.
Ooh.
This is a swamp that is teeming with life.
I don't suppose that I guess we could easily figure out where the Groff is, maybe, if I speak with plants for a moment. Do you think it's advisable right this second, or should we do some exploring first?
I think we have a general direction to go. So maybe when we're closer.
Mm.
And I also have that ability.
Yeah. Me as well.
We can start our trekking. Thankfully, we have freedom of movement, so it shouldn't be too bad.
And long strider, that gives us an extra 10, right?
Yeah, it gives you an extra 10 feet of movement.
Yeah. So, because we're walking on water northwest.
Yeah, so you start heading across the water. I've moved you onto a map. As you sort of start moving, the rain very quickly catches up with you. And you're all wet very quickly. This is that sort of, it's not heavy rain, it's sort of that sprinkly rain that sticks to everything.
Oddly
The kind of rain
enough,
with real fucking pain.
oddly
I'm
enough,
happy.
I think our heads are perfectly fine though because of the air bubble.
Now, with this map, these like log, like these, this is a tree, not a constructed bridge.
There's nothing really people made here.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, you're moving through.
Yeah, we're just gonna head in the direction that we saw.
Out of curiosity, as we're walking through, can Marky keep an eye out potentially for any, I guess, living sort of creature in terms of plant life? Because I know the last time Marky was in some form of jungle / bog / place like this, there were a lot of plants that tried to eat us.
Yeah, give me a survival roll.
Survival.
Yeah, because you're paying attention to plants that want to eat you.
That is 19 on the dice for 22.
Yeah, so as you're moving through, there are a lot of plants here that you are not familiar with, not being a resident of the Feywild. And Marky's from Chult, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so this isn't like a tropical sort of swamp. This is a, I want to say a swampy swamp. But you keeping an eye out for plants that want to eat you. There are a few vines that kind of reach for you and you nudge people away from them. But you end up coming to this sort of island clearing in the middle. And this is the point where you saw the different directions seem to branch off. So you're at the start of the northwest mossy area.
And we're continuing
So, like, over here?
northwest.
Yeah.
I mean, want to go up here. More or less.
Or this is where they saw, and now we need to figure out where to go from here. Or
So
keep going
this
that
this
way?
is the center point. So from here, the northeast gets mossier, the northwest gets waterier. This is kind of the center point where you can pick which area you really want to head for.
I assume that the tree bridges are well and secure.
They're
We're walking
trees,
on
not
water
men.
anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
I mean, we can walk on water,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so I don't think. Yeah, we
Oops.
don't need bridges.
If this is the center point, do we wish to speak to the plants and see what they know?
But this is in between the Fayish and the non-Fayish, so I think we should head towards the one that is more Fey. Maybe. What do you guys think?
Andie and Eerden as our resident Fey beings.
Right.
What say you?
Eerden is not a. I mean, technically, yes, she's a Fae being, but she doesn't, know much about the Fae because she didn't. She doesn't remember living there.
I mean, we have little to no information about where this thing might live. We can go in that direction and see what we find.
Well, we've got swamp that's the same as swamp, or we've got mossy swamp that's different. So
Yeah, I think the different one, and then maybe once we get within that, then if Marky wants to speak to those plants and see if they know
yeah.
about the Groff.
Play. I'm easy.
We know that.
No comment.
Sorry, Corey is easy. Marky is not.
So we're heading into the mossy sort of swamp.
Yes.
No, the Fey. Yeah, the mossy
Oh
one.
yeah. The Fey mossy swamp.
The Fey one. The wet,
Okay.
the watery one. That's the Fey one, right?
So because Laura confused herself, the mossy swamp has more like Fey energy, and the watery one has.
All right.
It's still kind of Fey, but less.
Right.
So mossy.
And we want to go northeast.
Yeah.
We're gonna put on our Fadar and head in that direction.
Okay.
Let's not forget as well that this area is hotly contested, full of a lot of Fey activity, but none aligned.
Mm.
Okay. So you're heading along. Can I have perception rolls, please?
Let's go the pretty dice.
15.
I'm gonna keep using this dice because it keeps rolling well. 21.
25.
That is 22.
Okay. You all see this break in the clearing as you head out, and you can actually see little bridges. So these bridges are actually here. The pathways aren't, but the bridges are.
Mm-hmm.
You can see there are Fey insects around. The plants here seem more Fey. Like the lily pads are bigger than you expect, and the trees are like the shade of green that they are is a bit too green.
Mm. Do you want to try talking to one of the lily pads, since the lady said that the creature could possibly be underwater?
At least if we're fighting fast.
Yeah, elves don't actually
That could be
shit.
awful.
I have one more thing to that list for Morwen, and then we're good.
Oh, I think they can hear
Oh.
us.
Sound,
Oh,
they can hear
yay!
Hooray!
Yahoo!
Now we've just got to fix what happened to everybody's video.
Yeah,
Oh, they don't really need to see.
there we
Oh,
are.
there we go.
There we go.
We're back.
Okay.
We're back.
We lived.
So,
We
Y'all
elf.
missed so much.
So, can you guys believe what the Groff said?
yeah.
Oh my
I know,
god.
right?
It completely
Game
blew my
is
mind.
over.
Quickly.
Game is over. Everybody's dead. The Groff spoke and everybody died. Okay. No,
So
but
we
really.
conceded.
So what happened is we've come across this clearing, and the plan is to speak to a lily pad.
Yes.
Not stand on it, because that would be rude.
It's very rude. Marky is making sure to stand on
You
the
can
water.
only stand on it after you ask permission.
Exactly.
Manners.
So Marky will, with the bead of Malahaya between their fingers, will
Yeah.
cast Speak with Plants on the biggest lily pad.
Okay. What are you saying?
Hello there, vastly great lily pad, now friend of mine. Can you speak?
Are we friends?
I'm friends with everybody. It's a thing.
That sounds exhausting.
And actually, you know what? Yes. No offense to my friends here, you guys aren't exhausting. How are you, Lilypad? I'm guessing this rain is very nice for you.
I do like the rain.
I am glad. I was hoping to ask a few questions and hoping you may have some answers.
I've never been asked questions before.
Is that so? Well, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity then.
Am I gonna die?
No, I just statistically it's going to happen again, but the time might be few and far between someone else asking you questions.
Oh. What are your questions?
I was hoping to know if you would share with me the location of a big plant dog thing called a Groff. Apparently an ancient one lives here and we're trying to find it. But as you can imagine, a giant plant dog is somehow hard to find here.
He can't come here.
Why not?
Because this is the ladies' pool, and he's not allowed near the lady.
Who's the lady?
The lady of the tree.
Huh, so we took a wrong turn then.
They're not allowed to be near each other.
Why not?
It's a very sad story. Are you sure you want to hear it?
I am not the type to get overly emotional.
Once upon a time, there was a plant and a lady. And the lady loved the plant, and she took care of it every day. And she sang to it, and she petted it, and she fed it water, and made sure it was happy, and that it saw the sun. And the plant grew, and it kept growing, and it became like a pet. And as it grew, the lady loved it more and more. But there was somebody who loved the lady, and they were jealous about how much attention she showed the plant. And they wanted her attention for themselves. And they asked her to leave the plant and come away with them. And the lady said she could never leave her plant because she loved her plant. And the man got very jealous and was very rude and cast them out. And he bound the lady to a tree, and then he bound the plant to a lake, and they're not allowed to meet. They can be close, but they will never see each other again.
Where's the tree and where's the lake? I must admit, that is a relatively sad story if you tell it to someone who is quite emotional, and I sympathize with their plight.
The lady's tree is on the island. As the lily pad says that, you look up, and this tree here. Oh, it helps if I do it on Roll20 and not on the Twitch. This tree here is bigger than the other trees. Give me a nature roll.
Nature! What's my nature? Oh, that's actually a pretty high modifier. I've never had to use it. That is a dirty 20, but you know what? I'll use a flash of inspiration as I'm inspired by this sad story and add +6 to it. So 26.
So you're looking at this tree, and it does seem bigger and different to the other trees around it, but you also notice that the leaves are curling and have spots on them, and you notice spots on the trunk. There is something wrong with this tree.
Like it looks sick?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you happen to know why the lady's tree seems sickly? He asked the lily pad.
Well, I don't know a lot about trees. I'm just a lily pad.
She hasn't complained or anything about being sickly. She hasn't looked
The
sickly
lady
herself.
would never. The lady would never complain.
Okay. And where's the lake that the Groff lives in?
Well, I say it's a lake. It's kind of like it's like a swampy lake, and you can reach it from here if you walk about 3 lakes to the west.
So
Oh,
up that
further
path.
west.
Okay.
Mhm.
Three lakes to the west, you say? Marky will say that so like everyone else can hear.
It's
3 lakes
close.
to the
It's close
west, you
enough
say.
that he can hear her singing, and he can guard her from predators, but not close enough that they can see each other.
Okay. Does the story explain how the issue might be solved? Is there a potential happy ending for those who are emotionally inclined to believe that?
I
For
don't
the
know.
emotionally inclined.
How would you solve it?
I mean, I'd break whatever enchantment is keeping them from seeing each other.
They're not enchanted. They're bound. Can you
I-
break Archfae binding?
I'm.
Oh,
We may be able to figure something out. I mean, we know we have a few tricks. I mean, I'm
It-
speaking to you, aren't I?
Yeah, it's really weird. I'm not sure I like it.
If you would like, I think you have given us all the information that is handy, unless anyone else would like me to ask this wonderful lily pad something.
maybe we can try to go talk to the lady in the tree.
That's what I was thinking. Thank you very much, lily pad friend.
Which Archfae?
Oh yeah, which
Yeah, yeah.
Do you happen to know the name of the Archfae that
I
bound them?
got a hunch.
I don't know Archfae name.
Do you know what they
Reason?
represented?
No.
Does the story not say?
You're asking a lot.
I mean, look,
I love a lily pad.
these emotionally inclined companions of mine are very emotionally invested. This sort of twist will actually could blow their brains. Have you ever seen a sea elf's brain explode?
That sounds very messy. You shouldn't do that on me.
What did I do to you? The lady will know. The tree will know.
Yeah, I feel like that's fine. Thank you for your time. A friendly lily pad friend of ours. You're now my friend. As exhausting as that sounds.
Friends are exhausting. You ask so many questions.
Oh, yeah, just.
Lily's
That's
like,
fine.
pass.
Marky will let the spell go. Sort of.
The lily pad goes back to being a lily pad.
Marky was in like a slab squat the entire time, and you could just hear creaking as they sort of come up. Oh, I need to stop squatting.
Oh no, my elf joints.
Yeah, my elf joints are so sore.
A perfectly organic elf joints.
And not metal in any way, shape, or form or capacity.
My elfin hydraulics. Okay, what are you doing now?
Obviously, the team, like Marky, would relay what, in a sense, relay what the lily pad was sharing. I think we should maybe go talk to this lady of the tree and see what's
Yeah.
making her so
Yeah.
sickly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good.
We have a number of clerics and healing individuals on our.
Yeah,
So
that number
as-
is 1. It's 1 cleric.
As you step foot on that little island, Eerden and Sherrit, these two me just a moment. Two dogs appear.
Puppy.
They are.
Puppy! Yay!
They are looking at you.
Oh, those are not the puppies that I thought we were going to be seeing.
They are eyeing you with a suspicion.
Suspicion.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Wait.
The closer you move to the tree, the further forward they step. Anybody who is familiar with Fae or who has read one of the Fae books can give me a history roll.
Okay.
Yes, indeedy.
I don't think Briney's read that one.
That is a dirty 20.
That
History,
is
right?
a 28 history.
So these are Yes Hounds. You're only seeing them. They're normally bigger than these. These two seem small, maybe puppies. They don't usually come out in the sunlight, but being that it's so overcast, and maybe why they're coming out. You would probably know, Andie, that these are usually given, like they're usually gifts from powerful Fae. They're like hunting dogs. They have kind of human-y faces.
It's not creepy at all.
But they're undoubtedly
Oh.
Fae.
They are undoubtedly Fae.
Do we, at this distance, do we see the lady of the tree? Do we see anything besides tree?
Give me a perception roll.
Dirty 20.
Are we all perceiving?
13.
You can. Anybody who wants to look can look.
25.
21.
24.
27.
I'm still looking at the dog, apparently.
Did anybody? Was it just Arryn who got above 25?
Hang on, I got 17 plus 8. So I got 25.
Yeah,
exactly.
no. So, Arryn, you can see amongst the tree a shape that looks like a woman, but nobody else can.
I'll point it out to the others. Like, you guys see that? Yeah, not just me.
Does she
now that you point it
seem
out.
like she notices us or is, awake, alert, aware? In other words, to
She's
start with A.
definitely looking at you.
Okay.
It's Sylvan. Can Marky say you're the lady of the tree, correct? We do not come here to cause harm. The contrary is actually true.
You notice this dryad slowly peels off from the tree. For those of you who haven't seen a dryad before, she looks like she is made of. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman who is covered in leaves and has like leaves and vines for hair. Very elvish, fae-ish features. Her skin is greens and browns. And in Sylvan, she says, "Why are you here?"
We are seeking information from someone else. In fact, us coming to you is probably a detour, but we heard of your plight from the lily pad over there, and Marky will nod their head to the largest one. And I noticed that your tree is looking rather sickly. So we are here to see if you need assistance.
Do you think you can help with my tree?
Tree does look
We'd like
pretty
to
sick.
try.
What's wrong with it?
I'm something of a horticulturist where I currently reside, and a few of us actually are as well. You might be able to.
Someone buried something under my tree, and I can't get it out.
Mm.
How deep did they bury it?
It's in the roots.
Will
I think I may be able to help with that.
What would you ask in return?
I actually think your safety in general may be enough. What do you guys think? I mean,
Maybe a recommendation to the one that we seek knowledge from.
which happens
And
to be your
The
oh yeah.
Archfae who did this, maybe.
When you mention the Archfae who did this, she steps back into the tree.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, we just want to know
We just
who.
wanna
We
know
want to know who did it.
That's all.
You hear a voice in Sylvan. You can't see her. She's like become one with the tree. But the voice comes out and says, "I cannot say."
Can you tell us?
Then we will not ask you again to say it.
Yeah.
She peeks reluctantly out. Like it's like she's leaning out of the tree, like she's part of it.
Out of character, I mean, do we think it's appropriate to ask what the manifestation of the Archfae is? Because that tells us a lot more than it skirts around the whole I cannot say. Does that seem fine to us?
Are you asking me?
Oh, I'm asking
Yeah, he said out of character.
the
Oh,
team
us.
out of character. What else?
Yeah,
did you have?
if she cannot say, we can say, "Is it autumn?" You know what I
Yeah,
mean? We can
or,
word it.
in a way that it won't be.
Yeah, if they can't say directly.
Is that
Hi, Cookie.
Cookie wants him. You know what, Cookie? That is a brilliant idea, and I am going to absolutely do that. So Marky rubs up against the tree and purrs and exposes their belly.
Totally elvish.
Oh, yeah, it's a normal. It's a normal
Elven-
thing.
Yeah, it's an elven custom, guys. So
Do you know what's buried beneath you? Is it?
It's in a box,
It's in a box. Okay.
Oh, is it?
but
then,
it's poisoning my tree.
Ah.
so it's.
If it isn't removed, I'm worried I will die.
Did the person that put you in this situation place the item?
No.
It's a different person? Okay.
Was it someone bearing their imagery?
No.
Was it buried deliberately to hurt you, or
I don't think
Okay.
so. They were running and they were covered in blood and they buried something beneath my tree.
Ah.
they were hiding it? Okay.
As they're discussing, is there a set of artisans tools that have like shovels? As if so, Marky is going to start conjuring them up with any
Nope,
tool for the
shovel is a piece of equipment.
Although
I have an axe.
I have
Can
a
I use it
spell
to
that can
dig?
do this.
Okay.
do not
This-
need-
okay, we could do the spell.
I was gonna say,
And
does
Andie, you speak
Arryn-
Sylvan, right? So you're getting all of
Yeah.
this. Yeah, Briney speaks Sylvan as well, and I think Eerden does. Who
Yeah,
else
sure.
speaks
And
Sylvan?
Andie did say that she could help with this.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask, I'm gonna ask, does Arryn pull out an axe in front of this drive?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's on her back,
Okay.
but it's not like out. It's that I could use it to dig, I guess.
Okay. It's fine if you're like, hey, I have an axe, but if you draw it, I need to know.
Yeah. I think Andie
is
is
not
probably a good
bit
bet for
smarter.
what we need to do here. And And if you need it, Briney will offer you guidance.
All right. Andie will take her lyre and begin to play it, and will cast Move Earth.
Okay.
Slay.
So the music plays, and as it does, the earth around the tree starts to shift. And I'm assuming, can you give me like a roll plus your spellcasting modifier, please?
You
So,
can have +6 to
charisma.
this.
Yep. And I will add guidance to this, and I will also add half my proficiency because it is a role I am not proficient in.
Period. That's a lot of bonuses.
Bards.
We want to
all right.
succeed.
Well, that is a
It definitely-
19 on the die, so we are looking
Slay.
at a 30.
Fantastic. So as you're playing and you're using this spell, Andie is being very subtle and careful not to disrupt the runes. She's like moving. And as you're moving the earth, you notice that occasionally the dryad kind of shifts uncomfortably, and then you tweak the spell a bit and she seems fine. And then eventually your spell comes across this box. It's a wooden box. It seems to be surrounded by some sort of magical aura that you can, like, as soon as it's open to the air, you can all feel it. And it feels gross.
Is it a
But
curse?
you can use the Move Earth spell to, like, lift it, like, pull it to the surface.
How long is it taking Andie to do this?
Not long.
Can I ritually cast detect magic to sort of
Go
get
for
an
it.
idea of what it is?
Yeah.
Like what auras it is, what
Um,
class it is.
So it is emanating necromantic magic. Briney, can you give me an Arcana roll? You asked if it was cursed.
Ooh, I have a rune that helps me. I have
With
advantage.
Arcana, slay.
Yes, good, because she is not good at that. But that's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Period.
It does definitely feel cursed, and it seems to be leeching that curse. And like it seems that whatever's inside is cursed, and it hasn't been put in a proper container, if that makes sense.
Briney has removed curse, kids.
Yeah, I mean, shall we?
Boo.
Yeah.
Well, if it's the cursed item is inside the box, we need to open the box first because it's a touch spell.
Alrighty. Whisper will. Does the box look latched or anything, or is it just like
The box has a lock on it.
I would suggest that we don't touch this and we take it with us.
Yeah. Marky has a handy haversack. Can they open one of the pockets that they don't use?
Sherritt's got a bag of holding that's got nothing else in it.
I would suggest that we need to do more than that, because that is leeching energy. Put it in something that's going to protect you as well.
Yeah, so when I
deal with
say it's
that.
leeching energy, I mean it's kind of like if you took like a radioactive thing and you just put it in a wooden box.
Yeah.
Like
That's
it's
exactly the vibes that I'm getting. So once it's out, Andie would make sure that it is moved out of the way, probably using the spell to just move it away, and then make sure that her roots are all filled back in and as if it never happened.
Is the curse energy still under the tree once the box is removed?
There is definitely like a feeling of it, but with a remove curse, it'll clean up.
Yeah.
Okay, Briney will cast remove curse on the roots then.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and mark
Have-
that spell off.
Now, two things that I want to do. The first one is that I would like to use my performance of creation to just create enough lead that would cover this box.
Yep.
And then I will cast fabricate from the lyre and cover the box in said lead.
Easy. You can do that.
Open in a bag of holding.
And then now hopefully contained the radioactive energy and then throw it in a bag of holding.
Yeah,
And
it
give
stops
that to
giving off.
Zook when we get back.
Awesome.
Does that feel better?
She kind of stretches, and as she stretches, the tree kind of shakes, and she nods, and she exhales, and you don't even need to do an insight roll. Like, you watch relief wash over her.
Is it possible that with your permission, can I touch the tree and cast plant growth just to give a little bit of oomph? Do you think that will help you?
She looks at you for a moment. I'm assuming that you're not being deceptive.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, and she'll nod.
Okay, so that's what she'll do. She will just do one casting of plant growth to try to help the roots get a little stronger and just help with the vitality of her and the tree.
Yeah, so as you're casting the spell, you watch the tree, like the leaves uncurl and the bark looks better and it seems to grow taller. And as it does, you notice that she stands taller and she looks more fae-like, and her hair like grows longer. Like, it's clearly there is clearly a direct correlation between the two.
Well, that is a job well done.
So,
how are you feeling?
I feel much better, thank you.
The person that we need the information from is somebody known to you, and a good word from you might help us in that endeavor. We're seeking the Groff.
It's been a long time since somebody came here seeking my guardian.
We can assure you that we do not come here for malicious gains.
Give me a persuasion roll with advantage. Either Briney or Marky, whoever wants to make it.
I got a plus 11.
My
What do you
persuasion's
got?
plus 8, so I'll let you roll, and then you can chuck a plus 6 to it from the
27. 6.
She nods and says, I'll help you. And she looks at Andie and says, please remember this. And she starts to sing. And she's not singing words. She's singing like a melody. And Andie especially, you get the feeling that if she wanted to, this song could have like a charm effect, but she's clearly not trying to do that. She's trying to teach you a melody. Give me a performance roll.
Okay.
You probably don't
because
need
she
it,
knows
but,
this is happening, she's actually going to cast Borrowed Knowledge and give herself proficiency in performance because
Cool.
she doesn't have proficiency.
Well, you got to pick and choose where to put that stuff.
Yep. That is a 19 on the die, so with that proficiency, that becomes a 30.
Oh my lord.
You are sure that you can replicate this song.
Excellent.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your help.
Please tell him that I miss him, and he is never far from my thoughts.
We will. And the person that did this to you, I know you can't tell us, but if we guess, can you confirm?
She shakes her head.
No? Okay. Can we...
Is there... Can you tell us what they manifest?
She shakes her head. She
Yeah,
shakes her head.
she's under something that it's some male energy, and it's Archfae. I mean, I think we know, but a confirmation would be nice. Does anybody have a question they think would answer this for us?
I don't think this is a line of questioning we should continue to
Yeah,
pursue.
it's
Okay.
and
Just
if
know.
it's who we think it is, they probably are
Yeah,
always changing
it's-
their
Yeah.
appearance.
He's under
so-
some sort of effect from him. There's a chance that if we break it, he might get
Word.
defied.
Yeah. All right.
Eerden
I
will
think we
pull
have a
out
pretty good guess.
like a hibiscus and hand it to the lady. We appreciate
She
your help.
will take it, and in return, she gives you a berry, like a handful of berries. And you have 10 good berries.
Oh,
Hey.
I won't say
Sure,
thank
we'll
you.
ask if
I
he can
appreciate
pet the dog now.
priorities.
And she will, she points to an edge of the clearing and says, if you walk that way, you will come across what you're looking for.
Excellent.
Do the Yeth-hounds get pets?
The Yethounds seem to, have relaxed by now.
Time to pet the Yeth-hounds.
You can give me an animal handling roll.
You can certainly try.
That was for sure, wasn't it? Didn't he want to pet the dog?
Sure, rolled a 20.
Yeah, sure, it can pet the dog. The dog's been very happily, hanging out with Sherry. Okay.
Thanks, open.
Are we heading for the Groff now?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Before we do, can we grab some form of memento of this place? That way we can backtrack in the future if we wish to help the Dryad in future endeavors.
You can take some of the water or some of the soil. You can grab something.
Marky will, with permission, take a bit of the soil and explain to her, if we have the capacity to help further, we will come back.
Okay. Well, this seems like a good place to take our break.
Woo!
So first we will see who wins the trap finding chicken. And then Kat's going to tell us about our giveaway today. Kit, you won the trap detecting chicken.
That's all right. I know who to give it to.
Now, there won't be marbles today. It'll be a shiny thing again. But Kat, do you want to tell us about the giveaway today?
Yep. So I'm giving away a D20 Pride set featuring one of my Kickstarter pins, the matching
Beautiful.
sticker, and a washi tape.
Yeah.
And you can pick what Pride flag. I've also got just a general purple one if you don't want anything Pride themed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. So we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes to see what happens with the Groff. Welcome back, everybody, to What the Groff Knows. What does the Groff know? We thank you for sticking with us through the break. We are about halfway through the game. Oh, I won Pride pin.
Oh, you won.
Wait.
Do you have an arrow pin?
Of
Yeah.
course.
It's on my board.
Ooh.
I have 6 of them on my board. There you go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They're such good pins.
Yeah, so just send either me or Kat your address and then we can get it sorted.
I will do that at some point later. I'm all flustered now, ooh. Where were we? Oh, we're doing a thing. You're wandering
Going
through
to see the
Groff.
Groff.
Going
Yeah.
to see a Groff. So, I'm assuming that you follow the path or the direction that the lady told you to go in.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, why not, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. And we could just, the rest of the game could just be you wandering around the swamp.
Lost in a
I
swamp.
mean, you can find all kinds of things. That's how we found. Wait, we did that temple for a little. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah,
Our-
when we
yeah.
went to go see Sarah's mom, yeah.
Yeah. So we happened upon that. We didn't have to do that. Let's just wander around the swamp.
So you spend a bit of time walking, and there are so many insects. So many. You are covered in bugs. There is starting to be mosquitoes that are trying to bite Marky and being very confused.
Andie is using prestidigitation to create the scent of citronella to get those mosquitoes to fuck off. She has learned from the many swamp missions she's been on.
You do
Eerden will
seem to
copy
get a lot
that.
of swamp missions.
You know, I think this is 4 now.
You're wandering for a while, and then you notice that the trees start becoming sparser, and you're walking on ground that is much damper. And soon, if I can copy everything correctly, it opens up to this wonderful lake. There we go.
Ready.
Can everybody see the lake?
Yes.
Lake is very generous. It is just a more watery swamp.
Water.
What are you guys doing?
Do we see anything that looks like what we're looking for?
Give me a perception roll.
Does Marky blindsight something and huge or larger?
What is the distance of your blind sight?
30 feet, the same as my aura.
Not currently. You can feel things under the water, nothing huge.
So
Perception
she's
24
looking in
for
the
Andie.
water because that's where they were told the Groff is, and I got a dirty 20.
26 on mine.
18.
Yeah, Sherson's looking and got a 26 as well.
I got a 20.
I got all the wise people with me today.
So anybody who got above a 21, you can see glowing blue eyes coming from this direction.
I didn't see a ping. Do I not
we
have
didn't
this?
see a
Maybe
ping.
not.
I'm pinging on the GM layer, so you don't get to know.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Marky
You can see
will-
these like glowing blue orbs under the water.
Marky will inch closer just to confirm size if it happens to be within the range.
You can feel something that is very, very big.
It's
Andie
very
will
big,
start
guys.
singing the song.
I was
That's
gonna
what
say, let's
Yeah, give me a
let's roll a
performance roll.
beautiful.
You can take a
Melody.
+6 to this.
Is Briney also giving me guidance?
Guidance, yes. Mm-hmm.
You
Just
also
gotta
have
stack
quick
that dick, right?
inspiration,
All of the
just
things.
in
See
case.
how
Yeah.
close we can get to 40. That's our goal.
All right, well, I'm going to use my Twitch inspiration because that fucking sucked.
Oh no!
Oh, that's much better. All right, that is 19, 36. 36.
Okay. So as you're playing,
Close to 40.
the water starts to ripple and slowly rises this ginormous dog.
Puppy.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
Wow.
Think
Flippin'.
what's his name from the Never Ending Story?
Oh,
the luck dragon.
Cool.
Falcor. Yeah.
So like bigger than Falcor, but you're looking at that sort of.
Okay.
Puppy.
And he's obviously not coming out like that. But he's just kind of rising to the surface, kind of crocodile style. You see the top of the eyes first, and then the nose. And he comes forward. Around to where Andie is. And is just watching you. People can give me an insight roll if they like.
100% will get in on that.
Play.
Ugh, that was terrible.
Nat 20 for 26.
Nat 20 for 28.
19 on the die for 33.
Fuck.
Okay. So our 33 and our 2.
We don't need my 10.
There's clearly a sense of melancholy. Like, hearing this song makes him sad, but it also makes him incredibly happy. It's like when you're remembering somebody that you love deeply, but you're remembering like a sad memory, but it's still a good memory because it's about them.
Sheriff's gonna say in Sylvan, woozy, 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 who's a good boy?
Oh.
His eyes kind of narrow at you, and then goes back to paying attention to Andie.
She kind of bows her head respectfully as the song finishes and says, "We spoke to her.
How
She
is
says
she?
that better. Something cursed was buried beneath her roots, but we have removed it."
As you say something cursed was buried beneath her, you hear this growl, and it actually, like, the water vibrates like Jurassic Park style out from him, and the ground shakes. But when you say you're taking care of it, he, like, calms down.
She misses you very much. She wanted us to let you know.
I miss her too.
Thinks about
We will
you
tell
every
her
day.
on our way out.
Have you come just to carry messages between us? That is not safe.
We have come to ask you a question.
You may ask.
Hold on, let me just
I
turn back
have
to the
it written
first page of
down
my
if
notes.
anybody needs it.
I know, we all wrote it down.
What are the components of the spell Novum
The ritual
Arcus
known as Novum Arcum
Dryadulus?
Dryadalis.
He looks surprised. That information is old and secret. I cannot just give it to you.
How can
Is
we
there
obtain
something
it?
that we must do first?
Or have we perhaps already done it?
I am thankful that you have helped my lady, and but I cannot give you this in exchange for that. What you seek has 4 parts. So I need 4 things from you, things of value. What you want is deep ancient magic. So 4 things that hold weight to you.
Do you know what this is for? Can you say, I guess?
It is a ritual to the Fae. It is not something that is spoken of.
Is there a reason for that? Is it blasphemous? Or
It is powerful and dangerous. That you are here seeking it is concerning.
You probably know what's happening in the Feywild, do you?
I
The
cannot
unbalance.
I cannot.
The unbalance. Okay.
I am willing to give you this information. but it has its price.
These 4 things you need, are they things that we own or things that we need to find?
It is up to you. If you can offer 4, they could be items or information or...
What things would information about help you with?
There is nothing particular that I seek.
Okay.
I've learned many things over many years. All information is good information.
Before.
Yeah, we've had that many a times before.
I have one piece of information that I can give you, but she looks at everyone else. None of the rest of you can hear it.
He reaches out a clawed hand, and it is like 15 feet across, and holds it out to you. Like, palm up, like he's holding it down for you to step into.
Yeah, she steps into his ball.
He, like, curls his claws around you, and you are pulled under the water, and he disappears from... And
this is fine.
You can give your secret information.
She will tell him the name of the guardian of her daughter and where she is located.
That counts as 2 pieces, surely.
He nods as and his eyes flare brighter for a moment, and then you are brought up to the surface and laid, like, he's very, like, almost reverential in the way that he is handling you, and very gently sets you back on the shore. And he will tell you, as he sets you down, the first thing that you need is the heat of summer.
Think we can do that.
I don't think Marky really has any secrets.
Doesn't have to be secret, just has to be something valuable.
It's to be something worthwhile.
Yeah, is there anything... I mean, Marky's existence is worthwhile, I guess.
Are you offering your life?
No, I need to hit level 15. I want my level 15 portrait.
I mean,
Okay.
I get
Briney is going to tell him about TravelerCon and about Artigan's, not shame exactly, but his trick that he tried to play on everyone and how that went down.
Like the first TravelerCon?
Yeah, because that's a thing that they celebrate, that's why she had the TravelerCon thing. But because he's there, she kind of downplayed what happened, but she's going to offer that to the Groff, the full story.
His eyes glow, and as they do, you notice that there's these, like, orbs on his back, kind of like growths that start to glow as well. And he tells you need the call of the spring.
The call of the spring?
The call, C-A-L-L,
Yeah.
of spring.
Oh. Oh. Ooh.
You can see where this is going to, can't you?
Yeah.
Wait, oh my god!
Oh, interesting.
Come on, the rest of you.
Eerden.
So,
Eerden.
do I still have the memory of that?
Yeah, he hasn't taken the memory.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
Eerden will telepathically, if allowed, knock on the Groff's door. And can I speak with you this way?
You can. Now, has Eerden spoken with plants before, right?
Yeah, she has.
Yeah, this is very, like, when you reach out telepathically, that's the sort of feel that you are getting. You're not getting, like, necessarily Fae, you're getting more plant thought process.
Okay.
Please.
Autumn has a child, and I know where it is.
He eyes glow again, and he says out loud, you need the leaves of autumn.
Marky has one.
He's like looking at you specifically for that one. And like, because you've given information, he's looking at you.
Marky will step up.
Okay. This is fun.
Not stressful at all.
So Marky steps up and...
Yeah. I'm actually a construct. I'm not elven.
I know.
Do you... Oh, you can see past... They can see past our illusions.
That's okay, it's not for them.
I could share with you my schematic designs. I am quite anomalous, I've been told.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Marky is an open book. He's an open book. He has nothing. He doesn't care.
You're not sure how interested a plant is in your designs.
How much is guidance?
Aaron's already given something up.
A D4.
Okay, that's 18 on the dice plus 4 plus persuasion. That is 30.
He seems to mull it over for a while. And then the eyes flash. How are you sharing your schematics?
Can you tap into our... Can you just go in my mind?
Are you going to let him?
Yeah, hell yeah. Only for that information.
Well, you've got mind blank, so you're either letting him in or you're not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, wait, duh. Yeah, I let him in.
Okay. He will take that information from you. Give me a wisdom save.
Okay. 6. Are you on my? Am I on my thing?
That's a natural.
Nope, you're not.
20 plus
a natural
4,
20?
and then I'll add plus 6 to that, so it's a 30 in total.
You're not in my aura.
No, I've got
That is thingy.
my
for
reaction
your genius.
Yeah.
Now, with the natural 20, you don't feel like this is malicious, but you feel like you're about to lose the memory, but you manage just to hold on to it.
Ooh.
And it doesn't seem like he's like maliciously trying to remove it, but you offered it and said, come into my head and take it.
Period. I'm when it's done, Marky will marvel. Maybe I should have said you could take a copy of it. I'm new to this whole faith thing.
And he says to you, let me pull it up. You need the tears of winter.
Flame. Flame. Okay. The sounds easy enough.
Is that what you were looking for?
Is there any more?
So.
Yeah, is there anything else to the ritual that we need to know?
I've never seen it done. I know what is needed, but not the ritual itself.
Okay.
Is what we were here for, so.
Is there any message that you would like us to carry back?
Dear beloved?
He looks sad. He looks like a sad puppy. Like a giant sad puppy. The biggest puppy eyes, like his eyes are about as big as you.
Oh, buddy.
Tell her I am glad the sun shines on her every day. And I am glad I can hear her every day.
We will.
You know the way to break the binding that it keeps you apart? Is there any way we can help with that?
That is not information I have.
Do you know who did this to you? Are you allowed to tell us?
I do not know.
Mhm. So sad. Out of character, it's so sad.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for
He's
the
sinking slowly into the water.
thank you for the information. What's your name? We obviously we can't just call you Groff.
He says something in Sylvan that translates to the first drops of dew. First drops of dew on the leaves of the beloved tree.
It's a very, very gorgeous name. We're
It's
friends
a, it's a
now.
very pretty Sylvan
Mhm.
musical name. That I can't be bothered making up.
Let's make our way back to the tree.
Yeah.
We're friends now. First dew drops on the leaves of the beloved in Sylvan. We will see you later.
And he sinks beneath the water.
We will head back to the tree lady, and pass on the message.
The lady of the tree.
She bursts into tears and is crying. And the tree starts to shake a bit, but she's heartbroken, but not at you.
Right.
She doesn't
if we can find a way to break this binding, we will.
She nods. She doesn't seem you don't even have to roll insight. She doesn't seem particularly hopeful.
Yeah.
She's just crying. She's sad.
I think we're done.
We're done.
Has anybody not said it?
We will find a good secure place to say it. Probably not in front of the druid.
Right.
Let's leave here.
I don't think Whisperer said it.
Whisper say it.
Yeah.
Whisper says triumphantly, Stadia.
Nothing happens.
Oh no!
Oh wait, no,
the
lady.
Oh
Still
no.
nothing happens.
Bellatrix.
As soon as Briney says Bellatrix,
Oh my goodness!
You know what? That's very in character for Whisper too. That was just me forgetting, but yeah, no, that's Whisper.
so the swamp disappears. And you're all standing in the throne room, and the lady's looking at you all and says, you're back sooner than I expected.
We didn't kill anything.
It went quite well. Whoever had the box at us and Paladins, you might want to give that to Zerk.
Yeah.
It's very cursed. Also, the lead that's on it's going to disappear in about 3 hours, so...
Shadow will take it off to wherever Shadow takes things.
Neverland.
Never be seen again.
We did get the answer.
We got components, but not the ritual itself.
That's what the question was to get the components.
Oh, what are they?
The heat of summer, the call of spring, leaves of autumn and the tears of winter.
The lady nods. Her expression quite serious. Not sad or solemn, but serious. And looks at Gur, who kind of nods. Thank you very much. This is very helpful. Oh no, the lady would not say that.
I appreciate your
The lady says,
"Great, you owe us."
The lady says, "I appreciate what you've done. It's very important."
Briney is going to explain the binding as far as it was explained to them, and see, they were both very helpful, and they seemed to want to be together. If there was anything that couldn't be done, we made no promises, but we said that we would try if there was anything that could be done to let them be together.
The lady nods and says, "Perhaps this is something for you to research."
At the very least, the first dewdrops in the leaves of the beloved did wish for the Lady of the Tree to be wished for her to be in the sun's embrace. Is it perhaps possible to maybe shine some sunlight on her a little bit more so that the Groff's wish may be fulfilled?
I'm sure that is something that can be managed.
Perfect.
Well, you have done a very good deed today. You will be paid as you always are. Is there anything else?
Is that cursed object able to be uncursed, or are we just gonna lock it up forever?
I think the Zook has to research it, probably look at it.
I'm sure Zook will do what Zook does.
I think we're all good then.
Well, I'm sure there are people waiting to see if you return. And looks at Andie.
Indeed there is, and she will leave.
Yeah, I got a pony to go see.
I
Oh,
have.
it's a short one today.
Yeah.
I have a mosquito to chastise.
I'm just gonna go have a nap.
Well, you succeeded. It went well.
We found out what the Groff says.
You found out what does the Groff say? And apparently it says very sad things.
Very sad.
And very cryptic, fey
Apparently it
components.
says sad things and riddles.
Well, that's very fey-like.
Yeah.
I hope everybody had fun, even though it was a short game.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Thank you for tuning in. Next week, 4th Seal, that is not going to be a short game.
Yeah.
So
stakes get higher every time.
I think if the last 3 seals are anything to go by, the word that I would use to describe the next one would be shit show.
Well, especially Alex is on that one. So, Alex the character.
Yep.
I believe somebody's hitting level 15.
Someone.
So there may be some art, possibly.
Somebody
turned 15. So there may be some art in the Discord. You should, if you're not in our Discord, you should definitely join the Discord. But thank you for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful time zone. And we will see you next week.